Hello everyone, my name is Jacob and today I should be building the Tiger tank in Minecraft. Alright, so today we're building probably the most iconic tank of World War II, the German Tiger 1. So this tank, this is obviously a heavy tank. It was built from 42 up to 44 when it was replaced by the Tiger 2. When it was introduced, it was quite an advanced design. It had very heavy armor and a very large 8.8 centimeter gun, which was also very powerful. It has these sort of interweaved wheels that go in the track. It was quite a complex machine, and they had quite a bit of trouble transporting it because it is quite a large tank. So today, as I said, we were going to be building one. Now I had quite a bit of trouble with this one, so I kind of wanted to build one for quite some time, but I didn't quite know how to do it. This tank has a very specific shape. You would think that it would be quite easy to build it in Minecraft because it is quite boxy, and it doesn't really have any round corners or anything, but it has proven to be quite difficult to build. I've spent probably the most amount of time, the most amount of time on this tank. Overall, I haven't spent any I haven't spent this much time on any other tank, I should say. So it was quite difficult to build this, and it is not perfect, as you can see. I sort of came close to where I was aiming, but it sort of looks like a Tiger 1, hopefully, at least. It does to me a bit, and hopefully it does to you as well. And this is pretty much the closest I could get it. Obviously, if you've got any improvements, you can make them yourself. And let's just go ahead and start building this thing. Alright, so pretty much the biggest feature of this build are gonna be the tracks. I've gone for the incredibly complex design with several wheels here that are on different planes, as you can see. I wanted to emulate the real one, and the real one has like it's got four outer basically wheels, and then on the same axles that as those wheels are like two more behind them, so there's basically three wheels per this axle, and then they have wheels in between as well, and they have I don't know, two wheels on an axle. So basically there's a whole bunch of wheels, and I couldn't really build the track wide enough. As you probably know, if you've seen any pictures of the original tank, it has really wide tracks, and you can really tell. I couldn't really do anything here because basically it's Minecraft, so I can either build it one block wide or 2 blocks wide, and I decided against 2 blocks because that would look weird in this scale. Now obviously if I were to build the tank larger, on a larger scale, then I would be able to fit 2 block wide tracks in there, and that would probably look better, but I wanted to keep it the correct scale somewhat. It is a bit larger than the real one, obviously, because of some limitations, but it is sort of in the same scale as all of the other tanks around here. So let's go ahead and start on the tracks. Now, as I said, this is going to be quite an ordeal. We're going to first of all start with some bedrock. Now, you're gonna have to bear with me here. There's gonna be a lot of levers, and there's gonna be a lot of trapdoors and stuff like that, so we're just gonna have to do this slowly. and if you want to build along, just pay attention, and hopefully you'll be able to do it. So basically what I've done here, I've got the bottom of the track, and it's just bedrock blocks on the flush with the ground. This is pretty much a cheaty way of doing bottoms of tracks in Minecraft. It's just a thing. Anyway, that's not as important as what follows. So we've got to put some wheels onto this, and obviously for wheels I've chosen trapdoors and also pistons. So let's get myself some pistons and some trapdoors, and we should be in good shape here. We're also gonna need some levers. There we go, perfect. Right, so the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna have some pistons, and they're gonna be like here. Oh no, actually they're gonna be like here, 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 and here. So we need 4 of them. And by the way, this bottom part of the track is 7 blocks long. Okay, so we've got our pistons here, and this is pretty much the outer wheels, as I was talking about before. And then we're gonna extend those a bit later. And then we're gonna have some inner wheels. Those are gonna go basically here, here, here. And I'm just clicking on the far side of the block there. We're gonna lift this up with some levers at a later point. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're gonna need some more trapdoors up on the front part. These are gonna cover the front part of the piston and make the outer wheels a bit thicker so they don't look as puny. Okay, so this is pretty much our track design without any levers. We just need to go underneath now and add a whole bunch of levers, and we should be pretty much good to go actually. So I guess let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna make a nice hole in here. Okay, and then you can see where the bedrock is. So basically we're gonna need to put some levers underneath each whatever it's called, piston. Yeah, underneath each piston, and then also in between, I guess. Oh no, actually underneath the bottom of the track here, and then also on this row of blocks to the left of the track. So basically something like this. You can also measure if you know that the whole thing is 7 blocks long, you can measure the underground bit, or you can just look up and see where it ends. Okay, so basically we're gonna make like a little underground hallway here. Now this should probably do, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and put some of these things down, and I think we can just turn them on as we go along. This looks pretty stupid, I know, but it's gonna be worth it in the end, trust me. Okay, so we've got this stuff, and then all the way to the end. Okay, there we go. This one needs to be done as well. Let's just put a block there. Perfect. Alright, so we have one set of wheels here, and now you can see the actual layout. Now obviously these wheels in the middle here would need to be connected to the suspension as well, but I can't really do that in Minecraft very well, so they're just floating there, unfortunately. But the outer ones look pretty good, if you ask me. So anyway, this is pretty much how the wheels are working in this. And then we can obviously do the other side as well. So I'm just gonna do that and come right back. Alright, here we go. So obviously the fact that we have a whole bunch of levers on the ground holding this whole thing up doesn't really matter if you think that once you build this thing in Minecraft it's not gonna go anywhere anyway. So this should be fine. So as you can see, this looks kinda cool. Also, the bodies of the pistons are kind of in the way. They shouldn't really be there. There should be like a clearing underneath the body of the tank, obviously, so it can clear some obstacles. But obviously, as you probably can guess, I can't really get rid of them. So they're just staying there, unfortunately. But they don't really take away from the look that much, so I think that's fine. Alright, so now we can pretty much start work on the rest of the tank. So I'm gonna need some nether bricks, and then we're gonna need some nether brick slabs as well, if I can find them. We've got some stairs as well. It's gonna help. Okay, so we've got some nether bricks up front, so here and here, and then on the back as well. There we go. And then we've got nether brick slabs that go on top of the things here. So basically this whole thing goes around the outside of the track, and then the inside is just going to be covered up by the body of the tank. Alright, so there we go. Those are pretty much our tracks. We're gonna decorate them later. I think it's time now that we move on to the hull. So we're gonna have some stone brick blocks, some stone brick slabs on the front there, and then we're just gonna start with the actual body. Now the real one, they had very different camouflage patterns and colors for them. I couldn't find any really suitable ones for it in Minecraft, unfortunately. But I found this, whatever it's called, Endstone. Looks kind of good, and it's sort of like a German like desert camo, somewhat. If you look at it, like squinting. Given that these tanks were mainly used in Africa, but also in Europe, this seems quite appropriate to give them a sort of a desert camouflage. So I think I'm gonna go for full desert camo on this one, and then that one has some green in it as well, which I don't know. It doesn't look terrible, but doesn't look terribly good either. So I don't really know. So anyway, we've got just basically a slab of blocks on the bottom of the tank. We've got some slabs underneath here as well on the back, and then above that we're just gonna have a slew of slabs. We're gonna have some basically like fenders or mud guards, I guess, that are gonna cover our tracks. There we go. There we go. We're gonna have some stairs on the back, some stone brick stairs. So, right, nope, like this, perfect. And then on the other side as well, we're also gonna fill in the middle. Okay, there we go. And then in the middle, we're gonna have more slabs. There we go. Alright, and then we have some stairs in the middle, and then we're gonna have more slabs on the back here, and some more in the middle there. Okay, so this is pretty much how it should look, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the turret. So the turret is just like here, and then we build up another level. There we go. And then we're gonna have an overhang here at the front, and then the the gun's gonna start. The barrel of the gun's gonna start, and we're gonna have a muzzle brake at the end. So we're gonna need some stone slabs on the bottom, and then we're gonna also need a stair at the end. There we go, perfect. And we're gonna need some stairs on the sides here at the base. There we go. That looks not terrible. We also have a bit of a block there at the end, and then we have a stone slab on the corner there. That's the main hatch, I believe. Okay, that's pretty good. We're gonna also need a pressure plate. That's gonna go on the right side. There we go, perfect. And then we're also gonna have a sort of a fake muzzle as I make it on my tanks. So that's basically an item frame with a piece of black material in it. So just like black concrete should do. Okay, perfect. We could also... No, that's the wrong thing. We could also decorate our tracks before I completely forget to do that. Alright, and then now on the real one, these tracks are at a sort of a slight angle as well. So basically the front most wheel, which is actually it's actually the sprocket, the driving sprocket, is a bit higher than the rear most wheel, and so the track has this sort of a sloping angle, I guess. Obviously I can't really put that into Minecraft, unfortunately. That's just something to think about, I guess. So anyway, this is pretty much nicely done. There's just a couple of details on the back to be added. So we're gonna need some daylight sensors. They're gonna be our basically engine radiators on the top there, and then we've got a very elaborate exhaust system thing at the very end. So we've got some nether brick fences down there, and then we're gonna have some hoppers. There they are. They're gonna go on top like this and like that, and then also we're gonna have some thingies, some wither skeleton skulls. There we go. They're gonna go on the back here, and I think that is probably all for the Tiger 1 tank. I think it is actually. We can add a gun as well to the front, like a machine gun, a whole machine gun that goes right here, basically. But that's about it for our Tiger tank. It does actually look kind of good in this color configuration. So anyway, I told you the longish of this story. So if you like it, you can press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I will see you next time.